everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and this is another one of the layouts that I did for the Calvin Ball 2020 challenge. It's over now. They do it during the month of March. I talked about this in my lovely run video, which I think is going to be the one right before this. But anyway, it's just a bragging rights thing, getting points. It's a great inspiration. So check that out if you're interested. Again, it's only in March. So these are some photos from one of my grandson's soccer games, and they wear bright blue uniforms, which I didn't have any paper in that color, but a friend bought me a paper pad of blue paper. And so I grabbed that paper pad because I knew it had some really cool, bright blues in it. And I'm just using cardstock. So I have been using more cardstock than I have in quite a while, mixing it in. And this is one of those cases. So I think with something like this, it is. Now, I will say this is kind of interesting because I used that grass paper from the paper studio. It's called Grass, which is Hobby Lobby's brand. And then I used that blue paper from Scrapbook, the 12 by 12 paper pad. And there's like no other pattern paper between the two. And I'm not sure that I absolutely love the result. If I had had another piece of paper that would have bridged the other two, I think it would have been a little bit better, but that's more hindsight. And you know what? That's just a personal preference. The layout doesn't look bad. I think the layout looks just fine. It's just another thing that I could have added perhaps another layer of paper between the cardstock and the grass paper. And part of that is that I don't usually scrapbook with realistic papers and or cardstock unless the cardstock is acting as kind of like a border. So it's just a little different for me. So now I am taking that washi tape, and that is from Lily and Val, and adding it into the design. And the reason I'm doing that is soccer balls are black and white. I'm toying with using that Doodle Pops sticker there of the soccer ball. And I thought that would be a good way to kind of pull in the whole black and white idea of soccer balls in a more subtle way. And I did take the washi tape, by the way, and I extended it out to the right side as well too. Then I'm grabbing some wood veneer here from Ellie's Studio, and it's like a sports themed collection of wood veneer that I bought. I think it's a year old at least. So I bought it just because it did have soccer balls and he was playing soccer, and I have 3 grandsons and a great nephew. So I'm sure I'll be scrapbooking some sporting pictures, right? All right, so then there's a little wood veneer soccer ball. There's a little flag that says Go Team, and on the top it says Teamwork. So right now he's young. When he's playing this, he's only 6, and so it's his second experience with playing soccer. They're still learning a lot of fundamentals and how to work together as a team. So I thought that the whole teamwork thing was kind of important to put on this layout. So now I'm thinking. And by the way, I did look at using some grass washi tape, but I ended up not liking how it looked combined with the black and white washi tape. And so for Calvin Ball points, wood veneer was points, green was a big element, washi tape was an element as well too. So that's why you're seeing that. I'm going to add at the end of this, that star, by the way, is also from Ellie's Studio. I grabbed my, I have my little box of wood veneer just off to the right of the camera there. So it's a hardware box that you can put like screws and nails in. But you can also store your wood veneer in them, and they're a really inexpensive way to do that. So I just keep these in my drawers in my desk, but it would work really well on shelves as well too. I used to keep them on a wood shelf right above me, or in your calyx unit. That's another nice way to do this. Okay, and what's happening here is my nozzle on my almost brand new fine line bottle top there is clogged, and it's frustrating me because I used to have the bigger one and I went to the smaller one just thinking that it might be a little bit better because of all the that I am starting to use cut files now. And I thought about that, but I really actually am not loving this. I'm going to try to add a few droplets of water the next time I remember to do that. I always forget to do it. I'm in the middle of scrapbooking, think about it, and then don't do anything about it. But anyway, so that does help. If your bottle's clogging, add a few drops of water. And I do mean a few drops of water, shake it up, and then sometimes it'll thin the glue enough for you. All right, so I'm going to add that star in, and I was playing around a little bit about what wood veneer was going to go there. I looked at doing another kind of banner, but they were ending up to be the same height, so that the two banners were the same height, and I didn't like that. I wanted them more kind of in a triangle with the one on the far right lower, so that's why I flipped to the star. And stars was an element for Calvin Ball points at that point. I don't know that I'll remember it on all of the Calvin Ball layouts that I do, but that'll at least give you a little hint. It's just a great way to get some inspiration for like adding things that maybe you don't think about adding, or doing weird things like hedgehogs and flamingos, and using up some of those odd pieces you have in your scrapbook stash. All right, so I am thinking about adding in these puffy stars here from Ellie's Studio again, and so I do these green stars, and they are from the Puffy Star stickers. These are older as well too. Oh, I did look, that wood veneer, the sports wood veneer, was from 2018, so it's probably not available, but it's always worth a chance. Here I'm going back and seeing if I like that, thinking about the washi tape again, the grass washi tape. I just think the contrast is too much between the washi tape that's the black and white washi tape, and also just the blue paper as well. It's a pretty big contrast. Okay, so then one other thing here, guys, just so I don't forget, I'm not quite at the end, but I do use a date stamp on, I'm in a journal right just under the, or I'm not even in a journal. I just used a date stamp underneath the photo to put the date on this, because there's really nothing to tell. I don't even remember if they won this game or not. That's not like important at this point. The games I've been to, I can't even tell you how many times his team has won. They're too little. So there is a hashtag mark here, or a pound sign for those of us who are older. And I'm thinking about adding that on to this title here. So I'm going to make it Soccer Fun. That is an older alphabet from American Crafts called Print Shop, and I love it because it's that kind of craft color with white stripes. One of the kind of important things here is that I'm bringing that light kind of woody color, which is scattered throughout the layout, up to the top. So it's sort of blending the background in a little bit more, because none of the wood veneer was touching the background. So this is kind of now incorporating everything. Those are the kinds of things I think about when I'm doing some of these things. So guys, here's the still shots and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.